We rolling?
Yeah. We've been rolling for we've been rolling for the last 5 minutes in Barnyards fucking playing Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, man, that shit's addicting. We finally got to go see Swiss Army Man.
Finally.
Yeah. I thought it was it was very fun, in my opinion. Boring at sometimes, but it was fun.
Throughout most of this, I was just kind of lying in my chair, reading my phone, and just I was really bored in this.
Yeah. At one point in the film, we're at AMC, so you know the seats are already down and stuff. At one point in the film, I lift up like the cup holders for like the next 3 seats, and I literally just laid down.
Yeah, we were in the back.
Those seats are not comfortable, man.
They're not.
I was trying to make myself comfortable, man.
They're really not.
No.
Like, my stomach felt weird. It kept like digging into my side. And so throughout the entire movie, I'm just sitting there trying to get comfortable as, you know, Paul Dano spits out freshman philosophy at me with fart jokes.
Yeah.
The best part of this movie are the technicals of it. It's very much influenced by guys like... I was getting a lot of Sam Raimi from this. Oh, yeah. All of the models and all of the practical effects, like all of the filmmaking itself is really, really cool, but the story and characters behind it are kind of just meh. But I mean,
I felt like I cared about Paul Dano's character.
Yeah, because he's Paul Dano.
I don't know who Paul Dano is.
Did you ever see There Will Be Blood?
No.
Oh my God, There Will Be Blood is so good. You gotta see it. Did you ever see Prisoners?
No.
Prisoners is really good. You gotta see that.
Just listing off movies that I should see.
Nobody saw this. Love and Mercy, where he's playing Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys.
I actually saw that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't.
No, you fucking didn't. Nobody fucking saw that movie.
Oh, there's Heisenberg.
Although Paul Dano's showing off his singing chops again in this one, and like in Love and Mercy, he's really, really good. Stop fucking up, Heisenberg. It's not your time. That's tomorrow when Liam and I go see Infiltrator.
Fuck you.
Paul Dano plays a guy who gets stranded on an island, and right before he's about to kill himself because all hope is gone, he finds this corpse played by Daniel Radcliffe, and the corpse has like magical powers and shit.
Yeah, it's something. I would feel like it was almost kind of like just like a shitty X-Men character.
Kind of. The first time you see Daniel Radcliffe's corpse character, his farts are so powerful that they can be used by Paul Dano as a jet ski to get him from the island that he's at to the coastline of...
we're guessing California.
To the California coastline.
Before we go any further, spoiler alert, we will be talking about this movie in detail.
Yeah.
So if you don't want anything spoiled for you...
It's really hard to talk about this without spoiling it.
Are you done?
No, I'm not actually. Because, you know, this film was such a... I think massive, like...
We'll be talking about this movie in detail, whether it be minor or large spoilers, so if you don't want anything spoiled for you, please click the time code right here. It'll take you to our spoiler-free part of the review. We'll give our scores and our just sum-ups of the film, and you've been warned.
Do the words boner compasses mean anything to y'all? Paul Dano has, like, a swimsuit magazine, and then he shows it to Manny the corpse, and Manny gets a boner, and apparently the boner is powered by the magnetic poles of the... Yeah, like he would hit it, and then he would move the swimsuit magazine, and his boner compass would always point north because of the magnetic poles of the sun. Like, this is a weird movie, and simultaneously really dull. Like, I was honestly expecting more of like a road trip movie rather than like they go on like montages of adventures, and then they take a lot of time to like sit down and talk about, you know, life. I never thought I would ever be thinking about Rene Descartes whenever watching a movie about a corpse that farts jet skis and uses his dick for like a compass.
Yeah. It was very slow and boring at some points. Only saying that is because it was trying to build this sympathetic emotion toward I forgot his name, Hank in the film.
Yeah, Hank is Paul Dano's character.
Paul Dano, that's what his name was.
Yeah.
Hank in the film, where, you know, he's this loser who, you know, his goal in life is to find love or something, and he has the screensaver on his phone is this girl that he's been obsessing over, and eventually Daniel Radcliffe's character finds or sees the photo of the girl, and he's like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. And then, you know, Hank goes on this this motive on trying to get Manny to think that he might know her, and that would help them get them home. And so, you know, he would recreate the scenes that Hank had in the real world with the girl who was Mary Elizabeth Winstead, right?
Yeah.
Who was played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, whose name was Sarah in the film. And so he would go on reconstructing all the scene that he had with her on the bus, and then at a diner, and he was all just trying to get Manny to think that 2 seconds. Here's a Zubat.
You look at the trailer for this, and you see Daniel Radcliffe's corpse like karate chopping a body, and they're riding jet skis, and there's like fire, and they're dancing. But a lot of this movie is Paul Dano trying to deconstruct his brain, like he's trying to get back to the building blocks of like, what is life and what is everything.
Yeah.
So he can like reconstruct himself in his own like transcendental image, a la Henry David Thoreau or Ralph Waldo Emerson or something like that.
Had a lot of emotion behind it, which is bad. I'm just kidding, but you know, it had a lot of lackluster in the film because of what it told us it was, and all the fun parts really that were shown in the trailer was pretty much montaged.
Yeah.
And I was upset about that because I was like, dude, I mean, it was fun to watch that montage in the film, but it was like, that was it.
What's weird about this too is throughout the entire film, we know, or at least we're reasonably implying that Paul Dano is talking to himself and he's going a little crazy, and he's personifying his old self into Manny. But he's basically talking to himself about life, love, and the universe, and it's not like he's really teaching Manny anything. In essence, he's just kind of like doing a weird, like, what if the world was like different than what it is, and what if like life has a totally different meaning, and it's just these elementary philosophy questions, when honestly he should be just more focused on getting the fuck out of where he is and going home.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's just not much to this character.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we're spending 90 minutes to go from point A to point A and a half just isn't that cool. To me, this is a really good demo.
Really good concept, yeah.
Yeah, like this is a really good like proof of what these guys are capable of. It feels like these guys just need a story that's worth their ambitious, inventive talent.
It was a very inventive story, in my opinion. I've never seen anything like this before, except Castaway. If you could talk,
And Grizzly Man.
I never saw that.
You need to watch Grizzly Man. That movie has an awesome ending.
Pile on the list.
Right.
But yeah, I thought the story and it was, you know, it was simple. It was to the point. It was very inventive. I wouldn't have thought of that, and it was imaginative. All right, so if you clicked on the time code, welcome to our spoiler-free part of the review, where we have our sum-ups and our scores in the film. Daniel,
This is an ambitious debut from the Daniels directing duo. Inventive camera work, cinematography, great. They have a fantastic technical understanding of filmmaking. I honestly just wish the movie had a little bit more to it, because right now we're doing a character study of a character that there's not really much to. And so there's a lot of time plodding around when really we could be having more fun, when we could be trying out different adventure stuff. But as is, it's just a really well-made bore fest.
I thought it was a very fun, inventive film for what it was. You know, it was boring at points, and I did want to fall asleep at points. But, you know, I haven't seen anything like this before. Like Daniel said, it was a very strong debut, in my opinion. We'll be expecting more and better things from
I really hope so.
From the Daniels. I think you'll have a good time watching it and hit the feels a little bit.
Quick side note, Manchester Orchestra fans, pay attention.
I'll give it a solid 4. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it, and I thought it was very inventive. It was boring at points, which did knock it down. You know, they could have had more fun points in the film, but it was overall good.
I'm stuck between a 2.5 and a 3.
Go with the 3.
Because it's a well-made film, but I didn't like a lot of it. A few times I did laugh were because of like a dark joke that I would make.
There were a few.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the 2.5.
Okay. HK verdict of 3.25.
Probably.
No, that's it.
That's it. You already looked it up.
No, I'm smart.
All right. Damn, somebody fucked up.
All right. So if you enjoyed this review, please leave a like down below.
This short ass review.
Please leave a like down below. Please comment and tell us what you thought of the film. We would love to talk to everyone.
Honestly,
we pretty much respond to anyone who says anything, so please feel free. And we'll have a link to our Facebook page and our Twitter page down below. Please follow us and like us on Facebook and Twitter. And if you haven't already, please press that subscribe button. We need it. We would love you forever.
Also, we just put out a video talking about, because we are residents of Dallas, we were talking about the Dallas police shooting, our reactions, and in that video there will be a link to find out how you can donate to the Russ Martin Show Listeners Foundation to help support the families of the 5 fallen police officers. So check out that video, and y'all have a good night. See you later.